Hey everyone, before the video starts, I just want to say that I'm sorry for the quality of the video being so bad. I have to record it directly from the software editor because for some reason the video just doesn't want to export and I can't really record it once again. So uh, I'm just going to be recording it directly and uploading it to YouTube right after that. I'm going to go ahead and start the video here in a second. Just bear with me. Across the island of Schnee, rebellion has broken out. Troops from both the Red Garrison and the White Rebels have taken up arms against the Red government. The commander, formerly the commander of the Red Garrison, gave a speech to the rebels shortly before the Red assault on the island. He also threatened to imprison any soldiers who decided to stay loyal to the Red government. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 19 of Army Men Plastic Wars. I really want to get through this intro because this is my 10,000th time recording this because of whatever reason, or I get the intro too long. I'll explain it later, but for now, last episode we saw a Green Garrison had to book it back to the front lines because they actually got encircled unknowingly by the Tans pushing forward. This episode, I'm going to pull up two graphics here. The one on the left shows the two red islands. The west island is actually the white plastic island that was invaded by the Reds, and they stationed a garrison there. And now the garrison and the white plastic people are rebelling against the Red government for one reason or another. So the Red government sent in troops to go suppress it. The first wave destroyed. So then the Navy shelled the island, destroying a lot of their defenses, including tanks, some cannons, a lot of infantry, and just causing destruction all across this part of the island. And now the second wave is coming through, and these guys are going to be supported by another wave of infantrymen after 2 minutes, and then another wave after 2.5 minutes, and then another for a total of like 5 or 6 waves of total reinforcements to these guys. I'm going to glance over the troops. You can tell by their icons what they have. I'm going to point out the flamethrowers because I don't think there's any explicit area. There's one explicit flamethrower, but there's a few of them. And tanks and a half-track. For the defenders, they're actually a different shade of red. I discovered that there's 3 different colors in this mod that are like kind of hidden. So, you know, there's the white plastic people, the dark reds, and then the dark blues. The dark blues will come in later. I don't really have an idea for what they're going to be. But riflemen, machine gun, further back, riflemen, machine gun overviewing this area. And then they have a cannon back here overviewing the same area. And then this is like a kill zone for the Reds in all the test battles that I've done. So I really had to dumb down the defense here. And they have this mortar with limited rounds because obviously, like I said, this was like a kill zone. So I just want to make this like more light so they can actually get to this back area. Machine guns, mortar, machine guns. An anti-air piece right here. This thing's really strong. And originally there was going to be a Dishka here, but it didn't want to work for some reason. Going further back, more infantry with machine guns or rifles. I couldn't get guys on these towers, so there's only guys down here. Rifleman, machine gunner, rifleman, mortar, riflemen, machine gunners, more riflemen, and then we have another cannon and a truck with an AA turret loaded on the back. And I'll go ahead and start the battle now. Let me just position myself right here. Let me turn on the audio actually. I had it disabled earlier. Alright, so starting the battle, they're immediately getting off the beach, and I'm going to go ahead and explain some stuff. Oh, I forgot to explain the right graphic, but it's pretty self-explanatory. I'll put up a note there. You guys will see it, so like what I'm saying right now doesn't really matter. Oh, this tank is kind of bum rushing. I'm going to stop it before it gets itself killed. Same thing with those guys, but, you know, infantry is more expendable. Anyways, the first, like, half a dozen recordings were because I either made the intro too long, or I had to redo something in the battle, like a gun wasn't, like a really important cannon wasn't firing or something, so I had to replace it. Or you know, one thing or another. And then my final recording, I actually ended up getting everything done. Then I'm going to go record the intro cinematic. It turns out that the audio was, like, my microphone was muted, so I voiced over it, which is the one that you guys heard. I voiced over it, and it sounds really choppy and really bad, but I just like to get the video out. Plus, like, it's not that bad. It's watchable. But we can see the reds pushing up to the tree line here. But continuing, so I go to, I finish editing the video, I go to upload it, and then the actual video part, it wouldn't want to export, so I reload the app. Turns out the thing never really transferred in the first place. It was like a ghost or something, I don't know. And so pretty much the file was like, there's nowhere to be found, and I already deleted it off my computer to make room for when I export it. And then now now I'm here re-recording this battle for like the 10,000th time. I'm hoping that things go the same way, because I already have the next episode lined up. Not lined up, but I have like the ideas for when I want it to be lined up. So I'm hoping the outcome's gonna be the same. I'm gonna be really annoyed if it ends up like stopping at that kill zone area, because it's still the other half of the map, and I'd like to see some hacks in there, and sure you guys would too. Silent is really bad, or this map is really bad to get some good angles on, because of like how long the engagements are. I can't even tell what you're shooting at. There's guys over here. I guess I'll position the camera over here. This map is actually the tutorial map for this game. So that's why everything's a lot more simple and easier for the attackers. And that's why there's so many tree lines that obstruct our view. It's because this map is supposed to be divided up into sections. Like, this will be the first playable section, and then this tree line will be like kind of the break in between. And then it'll open up to this section, and then this section, and then like this section, and you know. Anyways, let me come back over here. So it's kind of hard to get angles on this map. I'm trying to think of other things I've missed in like the previous dozen recordings that I've done. I think the first wave of infantrymen actually spawned in, and I just wasn't paying attention. But it's whatever. Now I think that's the turret. Not the turret, the mortar, but I don't think that's the cannon. So the reds are pushing up to the houses right here. Ooh, the cannon gets a direct hit on this. I'm not sure if anyone's dead. Nope, everyone's okay. They fired again. Now, something else I wanted to explain was the 3 new... Oh, they just blew up the tank. Alright, now it's going to be a hell of a lot harder for the Reds to make their push without that tank. But with their sheer amount of strength, I'm sure they'll figure out how to do it. I'll position the camera over here. Now in this mod, or in this game, there's different, there's something called skins. And basically you could change how a character looks, but, you know, still keep, like, whatever country they're from. So, like, you can, like, make an American, you could turn him into a Japanese guy, and he'll keep his Garand, he'll keep his, like, American flag icon and everything, but he'll just look like a Japanese guy. And I discovered that there's actually 2 extra colors in there. And the third color, which is the white, I placed down a dark green soldier, and I saw this little like part where I could change like how the character looks, not the skins, but like another type of thing that's kind of like a skin. Anyways, there were 3 colors in there. There was, you know, the dark green, obviously, and then the dark grays, and then the light grays, which I just called whites because it's a lot easier to call them light grays rather than whites, or whites rather than light grays. And you can see the red infantry actually pushing up here. I'll pull it back a little bit so you can see some more stuff going on. But yeah, that's how I discovered there's new colors. There's also extra uniforms for the dark green soldiers. So we might see them come into play later. You know, dark green soldiers, like, because there's like all sorts of uniforms. There's like winter coats, tactical commandos, sailors, and a bunch of other ones. But yeah, actually I think this cannon is broken. I'm gonna get the guys off of here so they have a chance of firing back instead of just sitting there. Oh, and he died. Alright, pulling it back. I think the mortar's actually out of ammo too. We'll get those guys off of there as well. We'll get them defending something. We'll get them moving around in the back over here. Anyway, this machine gun's laying down the work for the Reds, who have lost both of their vehicles. And man, can you stop shooting for a second? 21 kills already. Oh, something else, if you keep an eye for it, is that there's some units who have the different icons above their head. It's because, like I explained earlier, I simply changed the skin of a unit. So I spawned in some units with like some Japanese units because I wanted to see them use, you know, the Japanese gun. And yeah. Or, you know, there's some American units and whatnot. So I just changed them, changed their skin. I changed the Japanese guys' hats because they didn't fit on the soldiers. Plus, they also thought they needed helmets as well, so just, you know, hats. I think the machine gunner might be dead. Oh no, he just stopped firing for a second. Oh, another wave of red infantry coming through. They're kind of doing like a... I don't know what kind of shape this is, but they're doing whatever this is. Alright, we had silence for a second before they start shooting again. If the Reds are getting stuck here, I might just try assisting them by having them push up the sides here. But that's if it comes to like the worst point and they're completely stuck. Because I don't want to record again, and I don't want the video ending here either. But we'll let them keep shooting. Man, you can't even see what's going on from back here. I'll go to the Reds' point of view for a second, so we can just see them running around. Actually, I will speed up the battle so we can see them move up a little bit faster. Now, besides mentioning them in the intro, there's also, I forgot to mention that there's Red prisoners in the back because I completely neglected to explain the objectives, so the second graphic that I pulled up in the intro. But, yeah, I'll actually slow this back down. So, they have to capture the airfield, which is this base back in the back. They have to suppress the rebellion, which is, you know, just like kill all the rebels essentially. And they have to free the prisoners who were loyalists, who stayed loyal to the government and didn't want to, you know, rebel. And the commander, who is called, I forgot his name. I'll bring it up right now. But he imprisoned all those who stayed loyal. His name is Colonel Sean Campbell. I googled a name generator, so don't get mad at me if that name sounds kind of weird. But it was the best one that I had out of like 15 name generators. Alright. I'm gonna speed him up again. Alright, there we go. Now we're seeing some progress, I guess. I think that machine gun was reloading, and that's actually why I stopped firing. So now we can slow it back down. Yep, 70 kills. Jesus. Alright, now we can see the Reds finally making an approach. Man, already having talked about like everything in it's really hard to remember what I have to talk about again. For sure, the next episode is going to be continuing this storyline of the Reds attacking this island. The next battle isn't actually going to be an attack and defend battle. It's actually going to be, you know, an attack and contest over a map. That's all I'm going to explain for now, but you guys will see it later when I make it come out with it. Oh, and there's the AA turret laying down the works to these guys over here. A lot of guys getting killed for some reason or another. I believe all the defenders. Yep, all the defenders over here are dead now. Now we can bump it back to these machine gunners. This guy already has 16 kills. And this guy is facing the wrong window. Or no. I meant to fix him earlier, but I guess I just forgot to. I'm gonna be a deer and give them some a little help. I know what I'm doing is like way too much that I should be doing, but actually I'm not. I'll take it back because I was just gonna, you know, blow up this guy and make that be the end of it, but they still have plenty of reinforcements to come assist, I guess. Now the sad part is both of their vehicles are disabled, so their capability to advance is severely handicapped. And with that, I'm going to send some up the flank over here. Oh, this guy is being smart by just bum rushing and somehow didn't die. I just want to get them set on the path towards actually doing something. But with the new wave of reinforcements coming in, they're being able to lay down some fire. This guy might be reloading, or he might just be stupid because he stopped shooting, and he paid the price for that by dying. Now, I think the cannons back here are actually firing at the guys on the hill, and this cannon is firing at the guys trying to advance. The guy in this bunker over here is dead now. So we don't gotta worry about him anymore. Now if the Reds don't take this airbase, that's gonna be a huge win for the Rebels because then they'll have access to a bunch of planes, which are currently grounded due to the majority of the pilots deciding not to rebel. So they'll have to get a lot of people interested in learning how to fly a plane in order to save their asses. Now those guys are actually advancing pretty far for having this turret that's blowing everyone up. I actually think the very last wave of infantry are coming in because these guys are coming in from the side and this is the last wave, so. I'm gonna call in a red airstrike. It'll just be the one explosion. Okay, maybe the two explosions. There's one that makes a really funny noise. I'm gonna do it over here so I don't really mess up anything, but here it might be yeah, it's that one. Yeah. Look how cool that one is. Alright, now that didn't affect anything. It was too far out of the way to do anything. But Now the final wave of infantry are going to conduct their assault on the final attack. Ooh, what is that? I'm going to delete that. Oh no, there we go. I'm going to delete that because that's actually affecting the battlefield over here, and I don't need it doing that. All right. The Reds are finally deciding to move up. We'll speed it up a little bit so we can see them move. Back here, these guys lost their sandbags. I don't know what the what, but they lost them somehow. I'm gonna slow this down because things are actually getting a little intense. Alright, over here, the Reds have, they're just getting shelled to oblivion by the mortar that they have back here. With plenty of misses to go around. I'm gonna move some of these guys up because they're stuck in the back. But if I had to guess, I'd say the defenders probably have won. Even if the increased support from me helping the Reds a little bit. They managed to, or how I think the battle's gonna end is that they've managed to hold it. Because realistically, I don't think these guys are gonna be able to take out the final entrenched people. Even with like, if I commanded all the troops right now, I feel like they still wouldn't be able to take it. Unless I really got in there, but I don't want to do that. Now, I did have one battle where the tank managed to make it up here, and as they were trying to shoot this, they actually hit this shed back here full of prisoners, and they ended up killing all of the prisoners in this shed, which is more than half of them. Looking at it, looks like all the prisoners over here are dead. Or not the prisoners, the attackers that I sent upwards to go do something. Again, I'm going to group up some of these guys. I'm going to boost it up real fast. See if we can get something going on. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Alright, looks like the Reds didn't even manage to make it into the fort at all. Which is really sad for them, but now we'll actually go ahead and witness the demise of the last few here. The last 6 Reds. Actually, I'll send them back so they can go retreat. Alright. So oh, come on, get out of here. I'll let them do whatever. Anyways, that's pretty much the battle. I'm gonna do a little bit more talking. I'm gonna do the kill overview first. So, now here the yellows are gonna be the defenders, so the rebels, meaning the whites and the dark reds, and the reds are gonna be the reds. So we can see that they took very light casualties, and then the reds, you know, they obviously got demolished everywhere. Especially back here, they're pushed because of the machine gunner up here. Due to their lack of a tank, completely messed them up. In a bunch of previous recordings, the tank managed to take this out because the tank shot first, took out the cannon, but we didn't see that, and it pretty much. Oh, it looks like they're actually coming back for more. Let's continue. So, alright, yellows defenders, reds attackers. So yeah, with very light defenses, besides a few really strong emplacements, the Reds took a lot of casualties from a little bit amount of guys. Now, realistically, these boats would have, you know, driven away by now. So I'm just gonna tell them to turn around, go home. Go away. All right. So what this means for the Reds is that they didn't manage to suppress the rebellion and capture the airfield. So, at least for this specific part of the island, the rebels are still going strong. And in the next episode, I know I wasn't going to say anything more, but we're going to see the Reds and the rebels struggle over an important coal mine for, you know, the coal, the resources. That's pretty much it. See ya.